Hello lovelies, my name's Feta and welcome to Fable Academy, where adventurers old and new learn from the best, but usually the worst. Gasp! 2 story videos in 2 days? Say it ain't so! Yeah, we like to keep things flexible here at Fable Academy. If I'm allowed to burn out every few months, I'm allowed to lock in as well. Healthy work-life balance be damned. But let's be real, an RPG game is only as good as its players, which is a pretty low bar that unfortunately still gets missed all too many times. It may be the game itself, or it may be life around it, but sometimes the bloody action does extend beyond the dice and character sheets and starts causing some major drama in the real world. Today's story is just one clear example of players ruining the game from outside the game from r/RPG horror stories. This story is from Plasmids Are Awesome 4. 2 players got together and then held the game hostage. Okay, so full context, my group of friends can be messy, which I suppose isn't rare for D&D players. We've been playing this particular homebrew game since November-ish 2021 and we're all super invested. The table is as follows. Me, F24, Paladin, Ranger, NB24, Wizard, M23, Cleric, F25, Bard, M23, and GM, NB24. Last year, the Cleric and Bard players got together, properly, out of table. This isn't unusual for our table, as the GM and Ranger got into a relationship after a year of playing the campaign and are still in that relationship. Cleric and Bard got together after me and the Bard were planning on having our characters do a romance arc towards the end of the campaign, for maximum emotional impact and angst, as the Bard had backstory connections that meant it was super likely that he would die to the big bad evil guy via sacrifice or betrayal of the party. The Cleric did not like this. She first began insinuating that I had feelings for the Bard. I did not, I am in my own relationship with someone that does not play in this campaign, and that I was lonely, taking my romantic desires to the table. The Cleric and Bard had always been the players least invested in the campaign, and the 2 slowly began withdrawing themselves from it, including showing little to no interest when we played in person, which I hosted in my home, and they would stay for the long weekend since they both travelled from a different city, whereas me and the rest of the table lived within 30 minutes of each other. The Cleric began treating me like the hotel hostess, making me do her laundry, washing up, she and the Bard using my kitchen facilities without asking, demanding I get a comfier guest bed, duvet and pillows just for them, and complaining when I request that there be no NSFW business on my guest bed. This came as an insane surprise to me, seeing as the Cleric was my best friend for many years since meeting on the first week of university, and before getting with the Bard, had no complaints about me hosting her for the previous couple of years. Eventually, I had enough. I told the Cleric and Bard about my frustrations regarding hosting the in-person sessions. They seemed to use this as a weapon against me to the rest of the group and said they were no longer wanting to play the campaign if I was still involved. The Bard went completely no contact with me out of the blue. The other players essentially refused the Cleric's request to keep playing but removed me, and the Cleric then kept the game hostage. I did say I was happy to drop out if they all wanted to keep playing, but the Ranger and Wizard said they didn't want to play without me. This kept on for about maybe 2 to 3 months. No playing, no talking about the campaign. Everyone was unhappy, mostly because the golden days of the early sessions were still very fondly remembered in our heads and completely achievable to maintain if the above had never happened. Now me, the Ranger, Wizard, and GM are planning on continuing without them so that we can finish off 5 years of investment, with us also planning to kill off the Cleric and Bard in-game. I will forever be wondering if that's mean or not, since the others did help me make the campaign truly special once upon a time. My Paladin, who had sworn an oath to protect the Bard, now feels a little aimless. As we go into that final arc without the emotional connection driving home the angst and the stakes of who lives and dies. Edit. As people are weirdly focused on the guest bed thing, it's specifically a pull-out sofa bed in the living room. That's some good tea. Approved by your favourite British goat on the internet. I mean, this story had a little of everything. Ultimatums, disrespecting your home, tanking a years-long friendship over a guy. I mean, seriously, OP, I don't think it's weird to focus on the bed thing. They were basically trying to turn your house into their love nest away from home. And the fact it's a pull-out sofa makes the part about them wanting to get down and dirty on it even worse. I wouldn't want to sit on my sofa binge-watching King of the Hill while I'm eating my dinner knowing 2 of my friends had fucked on it between D&D sessions. And I mean, that can't be good for the sofa itself, can it? Like, all of that rigorous motion and stress and... I don't know, I digress. But yeah, this sucks. You lost your best friend over a fictional love triangle, and the worst part is it wasn't even your fault. If your friend, Cleric, is so jealous that they can't distinguish a fictional romance arc between your characters and her new relationship with the Bard's player, that speaks to some serious trust issues on her end. It sounds like she was paranoid about both of you, which does not bode well for their new relationship that was apparently worth tanking the whole friend group over. At least the rest of your table had the good sense to see who was in the wrong, and overall it sounds like this was more their loss than yours, especially Clerics. As for the game itself, your paladin can get over it, maybe switch their oath to an oath of vengeance after the bard and cleric are killed off. I mean, the characters didn't do anything wrong by the sounds of it, just they're shitty players. You and your friends can still immortalize the best bits of their characters and leave those 2 lovebirds to go wherever and do whatever. Just not on your couch anymore. But that's just my thoughts on this story. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments, and I'll see you again real soon for our next lesson in Fable Academy.